Took my love, then gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this hard attack. And I'll try to carry on again.
Hello YouTube, so this is Color Switch Remake Part 3. Hopefully we'll get it done today. Hopefully we'll get a lot done today actually. So what we want to do, let's create folders for this because everything's messed up, everything's everywhere. So create a new folder, name it Sprites. Select all the sprites and drag them in that folder. All of them. Okay, let's see. Where's the folder at? Over here. I don't need that. We're gonna recreate that anyways. Alright, just drag it in here. Materials can go with sprites. Oops. Alright, so now what we want to do, what script is this? Okay, we made that for, this is the play script. Now what we want to do, oh no, do not pop up Photoshop. Why did I double click? Quit. Cancel. Yeah, it's gonna open it up in Photoshop since I made it with Photoshop. Yes, I want to quit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this work. So if we tap the screen, we want this player to like move like the actual game does. So as you see, the player right now doesn't budge, nothing happens actually. So we're gonna fix that. So we have our background. Let's go to 2D, deselect 2D. We want to do something to this background, move it back. Which way is the camera facing? This way? Wait, let me move myself to where the camera is facing. Alright, yeah, the camera is facing that way. Now let's click the background. Let's go to Add Component, Physics, Box Collider. Because we're going to be using ray casting, so let's scale it about that. Y, let's leave it 5. Z, a little thinner. Okay, so now let's go back to game. Let's go down here. Let's create a new JavaScript. Let's just say move or tap. So we have this script here. It has nothing now, so let's start scripting. Let's say var ray is ray, var hit, and that is raycast hit, var player, and that is game object. Oops, game object. Okay, so now let's say if input dot get mouse button down, and right click, we're gonna say ray equals camera dot main dot screen point to ray. Then we're gonna input our mouse position, input dot mouse, mouse position. Okay, now we're gonna say if physics dot raycast, I think is dot raycast or comma raycast, and then ray hit. Okay. If parentheses, hit dot transform dot name equal quotations, let's just say ball or player, player. We want to say player dot rigged body dot velocity dot y equals ran. Okay, let's go to ran. Let's create a var ran equals 1. Okay, let's save this. We have a error. We're at 1311. If physics, okay, physics dot raycast. I made an API. I made a backup. Go ahead. Oops, I did another mistake. Instead of name, I put nam. Okay, let's say name, and let's save it. Now we shouldn't have any errors. Okay, so we're gonna put this script in our player, which is this ball. Let's rename it to player instead of score. So let's say player, and let's drag the tab script into player, and let's add a physics sphere collider into player. Let's go to 2D. Okay, looks about good. That's okay. So I'm dumb again. What we did here, I said if we hit the player, or if we hit something called player, we want our player to move. No, we want if we hit the screen. So that was a dumb mistake right there. Alright, so if hit.transform.name equals screen, player.get component, and we'll give it a velocity. Alright, so in player right now, let's go to add physics. Physics rigged body. We want to freeze rotation on all the axes and freeze position in the Z axis. Yes, I believe is the Z axis. Alright, now what we want to do, let's see, Y axis, yep, that's what we want to move on. Let's go to undo. Okay, our background, let's name it to screen. Okay, and now let's go back to player. Let's drag our player here. Alright, let's change the random to like 4 or 5. So let's go to game, play. Alright, and as you see, once we tap, the player goes way down. We're using gravity. And let's change the speed again. Okay, that's better. That makes it better. But we don't want to set it up that high, just up to like 5, I believe. So when we tap, yeah, 5 is good. So okay, there's our player. Everything works. Alright, now what we want to do, let's go to these circle things. We're gonna add a rotate script in them, and we need to make a duplicate script. I'm gonna use the new circles I made. Sorry guys. Just put this circle. Which one looks better? I think this one looks better. Alright, let me delete that circle. What's this circle called? M circle. Let's delete it. Let's move the color switch circle up a little higher. And let's go here, go to add component. We're gonna say physics. We're gonna put some box colliders. Alright, now let's scale it down. Scale it on the x-axis a little more like that. Let's go to 2D mode actually, so we can like see what we're doing. Alright, so say we have pink right now, so pink is okay. Our ball is pink, so pink is okay. Yellow, nope. Okay, let's go to physics. Box collider. We're gonna say Blue is not okay too, since we don't have blue. Let's scale it down. Let's move it to the blue. Okay, let's duplicate that or copy component. Let's go to add physics box collider and then paste as values. Let's move it to the other side of blue. Alright, now what we want to do, let's add a rotate script. So let's go to new, create C#. Let's name it rot8 or just rot. Okay, let's open it up, and what we're gonna do, what we're gonna say is, let me see, I think I forgot it. Since we want to rotate it, it's easy, it's pretty simple actually. Go to void update transform dot rotate, and we're gonna say 0, 0, 45 times time dot delta time. That should do the trick. Let's save that. Alright, let's drag the rotate into the color switch or the circle. Now let's play. Alright, it rotates, and let's see. We can pass, but as you see, we're on the colliders. That's the colliders doing that. So if we hit a collider, it doesn't really kill us. So let's hit a collider. Oops. See, it doesn't kill us. And one thing I forgot. Let's go back to player. We want to freeze position on the x-axis. The player just goes up the whole time. So now what we want to do, let's fix the thing. We can add a destroy script later. Let's start the duplicate script. Let's go to nope, it's not a C# script. Let's just leave this as destroy. Okay, let's go back, create JavaScript, and let's name it duplicate. Okay, so this is the duplicate script we're gonna start scripting. This one's pretty simple too. var dup obj, so that's duplicate object, and that is a transform. Okay, and then var dup time, duplicate time, that equals 1.2, and then we're gonna say in function start, we're gonna say invoke repeating, then we're gonna say spawn, okay, comma dup time, comma dup time. Okay, now in function, we gotta create a function spawn, not update. So go to function update, just erase and put function spawn, and we're gonna use the instantiate, and then we're gonna say dup obj, comma transform dot position, comma transform dot rotation. Alright, that's all. Let's hope we don't have any errors. Ooh, we have one. We spelled invoke repeating wrong, I believe, because they say unknown. Invoke repeating. Oops. That was a that was a simple, funny mistake. Never make those type of mistakes. I suck at spelling. Alright, so now we have invoke repeating and all of that. Now, what we want to do, we're going to have another cube on the side that's going to move up and spawn all of this. Okay, so now what we want to do, let's create another script. And it's going to be the cube, for the cube to move. Just say spawner. and we're gonna say var cube game object, cube game object. Okay, and now we're just gonna say var ran equals 1 again, and we're just gonna go to function update and say cube dot rigid body dot velocity equals ran. Let's see, velocity dot what axis are we gonna move in? The y-axis. Alright, now let's save that. Alright, let's minimize this. So we have our spawner. Okay, click on made a backup. Now you want to go to game object, 3D object, cube. We're gonna send that cube over here. We're gonna add physics rigid body, and we're gonna say freeze rotation, freeze position, freeze all of that. It's gonna use gravity, but let's see if our script moves our cube up. What's the script called again? It was the spawner script. Let's move that. Alright, drag our cube, and we want it to move fast. So let's see. Where's our cube at? Is it moving up? Yeah, it's moving up. As you see, our cube is moving up, and let's rename this. Instead of cube, let's name it spawner. Alright, now what we want to do, let's go to game object, create empty. Then the first empty we want to be here. Alright, we're gonna just name this circle 1. Alright, drag the duplicate script into this empty, and then drag the empty into the spawner, and now find the sprite of the, what is this, color switch thing, and let's drag it in there. Alright, let's play. Oops, we can't even see. Let's go back to scene, and it takes time to duplicate them. Alright, let's slow down our cube. It's going way too fast. Let's go to 5. Let's see how that works. Scene. Oh, it started duplicating them actually. But what I did wrong here, let's change the color switch and make sure order in layer put 1. Alright, let's try again. Let's go to scene. Okay, it's duplicating like right there. We have it. Alright, so that's good right there. We have that. Now let's drag the main camera into the player, and we're gonna add something for the main camera. We're gonna say, because we don't, let me click play. This is what you see. It shows this part. We don't want that. So we're gonna say here, let's create a script for the main camera. Let's just create, I think, JavaScript. Yeah. And just say MC. So it stands for main camera. You're gonna go to function update, and you're just gonna say camera dot main dot position equals 1. Or you can just say camera, not camera dot main. Oh, here. Camera dot main dot transform dot position and dot y. I think that's the position of y-axis equals 1. So it's not gonna go lower than 1. Let's save that. Alright, should have worked. Drag the script into the main camera. MC, main camera. Let's click play. Oops, that's too high. Let's just leave it as 0. Alright. Click play. Alright, there we have it. Now our camera should move up with our player too. So that's what we're gonna say. We're gonna, yeah, how are we gonna do this? Okay, let's leave this camera script alone for a while. We'll work on it on the next tutorial. Right now, this is what we have. We move in. We don't die. Okay. Oops, these circles are too close, I believe. And the colliders aren't even duplicating. Alright, so what we want to do, let's see why that's not happening. Let's go to scene. Let's click one of these. The colliders are duplicating. But select is a trigger. Okay, here. Let's go to the main one. Collider is a trigger, is a trigger, is a trigger. And let's set the spawner to go a little faster, like 6 or yeah, 7 maybe. Let me click play. Alright, that's better. That's better. Alright, so what we want to do now, the destroy script, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go to destroy, open it up, and we're gonna use void on trigger enter. Let me get my keyboard ready. Alright, erase all this, and let's just say void on trigger enter. Parentheses. Let's say collider other. Okay, so we're just gonna say destroy game object, destroy other dot game object. Okay, and then we want it to load application dot load level. Let's just say right now we don't have the restart level, so let's just leave it at 1. Alright, let's click save. And let's drag the script into the circle, into circle 1, but into color switch. Drag the destroy script, make sure they're all triggers. Alright, let's try it out. Boom, it loads that scene. Okay, so there we have it. That's all for today. Next tutorial, we're going to be working on the restart, and we might add some more stuff to this depending on how much time I got with this project. But thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, please. Help me reach 1K subscribers. Thank you.